grandmas in the phone, and I wrote it to inspire and teach children how to have quality conversations with their grandparents through the phone. I first had the idea when I would start to see small kids FaceTiming with their grandparents or even parents who were away. And I noticed that kids were kind of just like moving the phone around, not really paying attention or having like conversations. So in the book, there's a little boy named Mac, and he video chats with his grandma. And throughout the book, they just do things together through the phone. So they bake cookies together. He shows her all of his stuffed animal friends, and they read books together, and just everything that you can do in a video call. And the hope is that it inspires and teaches children how to have these quality conversations to keep this like beautiful relationship between a grandchild and a grandparent alive and strong and just loving and wonderful. I absolutely love my grandma. So she's known as Nanny, and she just turned 95. So she is, I consider her to be my best friend. I joke about the fact, I don't joke, she thinks it's a joke, but I joke about how she'll be my maid of honor one day. And I absolutely love her. And so I've always had a close relationship with my grandma, and I think that's where it really does spark from, and it really does come from my heart, in that I believe that there's something so special and pure about a relationship between a grandchild and a grandparent. And so this book is just in any way that I can help to like really help grow that relationship and keep it strong. And I have also a very loving spot for older adults, and I think that if grandchildren can be calling their grandparents more and just having these really close connections and relationships, then in the long run, it allows for older adults and grandparents to be happier and live longer and be healthier. And so that's kind of where it all stems from.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. And especially in a time where, it feels like we kind of lost the ability or kind of the talent to communicate. We kind of lost that art. So what is your stance on that? What are your thoughts on, just being able to communicate in general?
So I do think that we are in a tricky time of, it's like that polarity of being on your phone too much versus using your phone for good. And so it's not that I'm encouraging children to be on their phones like all the time or more often, but we have to use these tools that we have at our fingertips to our advantage. And so I think especially right now, as the older adults are more isolated and probably more lonely, it's important to just take advantage of this opportunity that we have where we can have quality FaceTimes and video calls and things like that. And I feel like these conversations are maybe happening already through the phone, but there's a way to make them more impactful and just more strong. And it's hard, I think, also for parents to say to their kids, like, let's FaceTime grandma, we're taught all these things throughout in children's books of how to tie your shoes and how to share your toys. And so why not have a book that has kids excited to FaceTime grandma and then just have that really like sweet, pure relationship with her through the phone?
Definitely. Yeah.